Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the channel. It is a very happy Friday morning for me. Why? Well, I love school holidays. It's always good when you get paid to stay home. But secondly, I'm here with one of my OG brothers, one of the original crew of Inter Worldwide. It's way too hard to connect with time zones at the moment, but we've somehow managed to make it happen. It is an absolute pleasure to be here with Judge Mo. Let's go. How are you, bro?
I'm all right, Habibi. I'm good. Let's talk. Hit that like button, people. If you're watching this now, make sure to like the video first and subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on replay, hit that like button before you go and enjoy this. So let's go, people, and send your questions in. Let's go.
As is the trend this season, lots of new segments on the channel, lots of new content on the channel. This is a part of the Talking series. It is the 3rd edition. I had my mate Jono on for episode 1. We spoke to Doma Puzzo to talk Napoli episode 2. And even though we are still going to focus majority of this video, if not half of it, on Inter towards the end, a big reason why I've got my brother Mo onto here is to chat and shoot the shit about apparently everybody's favorite league, apart from us Serie A misery merchants, the EPL, the league that dominates the headlines. I still follow it. I still watch majority of it. And you know what? Here I am in my laughable Manchester United kit, ready to go for this one. And just before we start the show with Judge Mo, it's time to just plug our sponsor for this particular month. Maybe you need a cheap kit. Maybe you need a birthday present. Maybe you have a birthday party coming along and you need to go as a clown. Maybe you need to dress as the entertainment of the day and need a Manchester United badge to go with it. Unbelievable, the sort of embarrassment we're suffering this season. But if you're going to do it, don't end up paying $180 to $200, especially if you live in Australia. By the time you pay for shipping, it will be the price of a current gas or electricity bill, a generous electricity bill if you live in Australia. But head to kitsock.com. Link can't go in the description for certain reasons, but please head there to cop all your gear, jerseys, jackets, hoodies, the works. Really, really good prices. Really, really good material. We're not going to start with the clown show in Manchester. We're going to start with the 2 opponents that Inter come up against in Europe in our schedule. I think that makes sense. So let's start with Liverpool just very, very briefly. Mo, what's going on? Isak, Wirtz, Frimpong, the best of the bunch in Europe, but really struggling stylistically. My 2 best mates in the world are both diehard Liverpool fans. One of them came over yesterday. He's very concerned. I told him to just settle the down. You've got a very good squad, a very good coach. You don't need to be concerned until January, February. But he's a little bit worried that the squad is thin and that it's going to take too long to adapt a new style of play, because technically this is Slot's first Liverpool squad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But in the same time, you have to just sit down and say that if they don't win the league this season, they failed. You cannot be the champions of England and spend $500 million or €500 million and then tell me that it's going to take time to gel. I don't care. You'll fail this season. Next season, you might win it and then you'll be successful then. But this season, you'll have to win it. It's not looking good for them. Watching them, because I watch every game for Liverpool. I watch every single game for them. And you're looking at Liverpool and you're thinking, what is going on with you? You know what I mean? What is happening with you? Why are you not playing football well? And apparently, one of the reasons why you're not playing well, because I mentioned it before, Mohamed Salah last season had, he broke the record for the most goals and assists in the history of the 38 game in the Premier League season. I actually think that was, by definition, a carry job, especially in attack. Now, also, it's not only that he had the most goals and assists. His chance creation, his big chance creation, is head and shoulders above everyone else in the league and everyone else in this team. So no one else came close. And it's impossible for him, and it was impossible, and it is impossible, and it's you cannot even think about it that he will repeat the seasons back to back. Otherwise, it's Messi level. Like Messi is the one, or Ronaldo, the one that break the records back to back season. That doesn't happen often. You know what I mean? So you look at this and you think, they need to find the creativity somewhere else. But McAllister has not started the season well. Wirtz is finding very hard to actually cope with the Premier League and also cope with the speed of his teammates. It's not as slow as he thinks. Yes, he creates a chance here and there. He gets dispossessed a lot, loses the ball, bad passes, because it's not as easy as it was for him in the Bundesliga. Do you want the truth? I was worried. I was worried when we got them. I'm not worried. I can't wait. I'm not worried.
You're not worried about Liverpool? I'm not worried about Liverpool. I'm worried more about Arsenal this season than Liverpool.
I was worried about Liverpool coming to the San Siro with the firepower, with the Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, Salah. I was on paper, that team looks like a formidable team. Like, it's impossible to beat them. It doesn't matter what you do, they will outscore you, especially with our defensive record. It's gonna be this. But you look at them, and I don't think I think we're playing better football than them. I know Inter fans are gonna be for watching this. No, what happens and how are we playing better football? We lost 2 games. Even in these 2 games, we were the better team on the pitch. Like, even the Juventus and the Udinese game, and not only the better team, we were miles better than our opposition in this game. Liverpool, the thing about is that the last 2, they played Chelsea on the weekend, on the Saturday. This is a massive game.
Chelsea this weekend,
It's a massive game. I know, because I planned my panel around Saturdays and Sundays. I know who's playing one day, So if you look at Liverpool this Saturday, play Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, by the way, away. It's the last game of the day. It's the 5:30 kickoff. So they will know that if Arsenal won or not. And if Arsenal won, they'll be top of the league by then, right? Arsenal have a better goal difference. If you look at this, and also Chelsea at the same time, they must win the game. I genuinely believe they might be under a little bit of pressure, Liverpool, to actually win the game more than Chelsea. I know that Chelsea are under pressure and everything, but people are looking at Liverpool back-to-back losses. And because Chelsea won against Benfica in the midweek against Mourinho's Benfica, so they broke the cycle of the back-to-back losses. Liverpool haven't. Losing to Crystal Palace and losing to Galatasaray is a lot. I don't know if you want to talk. You can just interrupt me, by the way.
No, I do not talk.
I can talk for a whole hour. I can talk for a whole hour.
I think their depth is going to be a bit of an issue up front. I think Slot's going to really struggle to give even minutes to all of these players up top as well. And I think that's something that could suffer, especially in the back end of the season when they get maybe a less than favorable draw in the Champions League. We saw what happened against PSG with them last season, albeit probably for a better cause. They went on to smash the league. But what about Federico Chiesa? Every time he fades out, they pull him back in. I know he's not Premier League material. I say to my mates all the time, I love him.
He was Premier League material before he got the injury in 2021.
His fitness levels are obviously holding him back big time. And he can't just be that player that plays Carabao Cup and comes off the bench in the 80th minute in the Premier League.
The problem is I was on this panel on the Football Terrace, and we had some people, Liverpool, a couple, Tom Little and Roms, and they were saying, no, Federico Chiesa has to start. And I'm like, Now you're gonna make the mistake. Now let him be. And the girl on the panel was saying, the Arsenal fan, the girl Laura, she was saying that no, you need to treat him as our Martinelli, like our Trossard. Some players better coming off the bench, even if they perform good off the bench, doesn't mean you start in the next game. They are just a player's last 15, 20 minute players. Just Federico Chiesa need to be that guy for at least a season. And Origi, you remember Origi? Origi was never a starter in his career. Like, he couldn't be. Off the bench, he scores a goal here and there.
Yeah, but Chiesa's way better than Origi. He's too good to be in that conversation. But I know he's injured.
But he has been away from football as a starter for years. Like for 4 years now, 2021, the last time he was like an official for a team.
We've blinked. I know that Euro feels like yesterday.
Exactly. The 2021, at that time, he was an official starter. What I mean by official starter, you are on the team sheet. Thank you so much, Marvin. You are on the team sheet every day. You know what I mean by that, on the team sheet every day. You're like, you know that you wake up in the big games, you're starting. Like us with Barella, Thuram, Hakan. The last time Chiesa was a starter known for any team, by the way, was 2021. Since then, injuries here and there, in and out. Last season, that he wasn't going to get a medal because he didn't even play enough minutes in the Premier League. They had to play him in the last 3 games for him to get enough minutes to actually be warranted a medal.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Well said. That was a good chat.
Think about it, but I actually think that Chiesa is a weapon for the national team. He should be used in the national team.
For sure.
100%.
We need a jack in the box.
Yes, you need that guy off the bench in the last 20 minutes.
Big time.
Yeah, you need that guy.
You said you weren't as scared of Liverpool. I'm not as scared as Liverpool as I would have been a couple of years ago. But these guys look like they're firing on all fronts. The most annoying fan base on the planet. I said this last season.
I don't think they are. I don't know. People don't like them. I don't think they are, actually.
Oh, no, they are. Oh, but then again, you've got a front row seat to it. So, yeah, maybe you've got a better...
I don't think they are. You know what? I'm going to tell you something about the Arsenal fan base. That's something that I haven't told... I haven't ever said that on camera before. I actually think the Arsenal fan base are the fan base that gets bullied. But they fight back. But sometimes they don't know how to fight back, so it increased the bullying. To the point that not only the rival fans are bullying them, we got Jamie Carragher and these mainstream media bullying them.
Dude, I said it.
And what I mean by bully them is they sit down and they just mock them every day. You know what I mean? And then people when Arsenal clap back, they mock them more. You know what I mean?
We're living in an era where Man United fans and Man United content creators are breathing a sigh of relief when Liverpool wins a league over Arsenal. That's all I could say. There should have been way more outrage last season. Liverpool won their 20th league title last season. Squared it up. There is no superiority. And you did not hear 10% of the outrage that you should have heard from Man United fans, because the alternative was these guys winning the Premier League. And everyone was like, no, we're not ready for that yet. Nobody's ready for that just yet. But this could be the season, man, as long as they, to quote someone certain, stay humble and just put their head down and not focus on the background noise and the borderline bullying that you are saying. They could be in for it. Arteta needs to win something, bro, or else their own fans are going to crucify him. Talk to me about Arsenal.
Yeah, they are very good. They are a team that...
Why should we be afraid of them in the Champions League? Because our game against
them
What do you mean?
Is... Okay, hold on. What do you mean we should be afraid of them? Do you think Inter can win the Champions League? I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
You're only being afraid of a team if you think they are your competitors.
I don't think Inter can win this Champions League after what we endured. But I will take solace in the fact that they need to come to San Siro, and, that's going to be a mission.
I'm not worried.
Them.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm actually not worried about anybody coming to nobody in the world coming to San Siro. I'm not worried. It doesn't matter who you are. City, Barcelona, PSG, it doesn't matter. I don't care. Coming to the San Siro, I don't care. I think I actually put my neck on the line here. I'm telling you, we'll win both games. Or at least we'll win one and draw one. We'll be all right.
4. I'd take your 4 out of 6 points right now for sure.
Yeah, bro. 4 out of 6 points will be all right. My point about Arsenal is that they are good from set pieces and also they are bad from set pieces. You know that. You know what I mean? They're very good offensive from set pieces. and they are not good defensively from set pieces, and we are amazing from set pieces. Guys, okay, Eduardo, listen. Okay, we're here to talk about football, so you don't want me to say my opinion, so I don't jinx it. So yeah, if I come here and fucking say that Arsenal fucking come and smash us, would you like that, or do you say, Mo, you're too negative, Eduardo? Like, just to be honest. Like, be honest. Like, so I come here and say my opinion, and then I'm jinxing you. I'm jinxing us as Inter. And then if I come here and say that Arsenal are going to smash us, or they're going to win against us, so now I'm being logical, that's not what I believe. I believe that Inter will win both games. That's my belief, by the way. And nobody can just actually change that for me. The reason why I believe we'll win against Arsenal is one thing, or it can be a draw. I actually think our set pieces is actually going to beat them defensively. Like, their defensive structure and set pieces is not as strong. And we are very strong from set pieces. The second part is I think currently I would fancy Thuram against any defender in the world. Like any. Physicality.
Fit, yeah.
Physicality.
If he's fit, definitely. Mattia, you will be happy to know that we play Liverpool at the San Siro as well. So we have back-to-back games against Liverpool and Arsenal, and they are both.
Yeah, but they're not actually back-to-back. You know, one in December, one at end of January.
Yeah. But they're back-to-back.
They're not like they're back-to-back in terms of like fixture list, but there's like a month and something between them.
Yeah, but they're both at the San Siro, so that helps a fair bit. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about their chances in the Premier League, not just about their fixture against us, because they are doing quite well in there. You said Liverpool, if they don't win it this year, it's a failure. Arsenal are never going to have a shot.
It's a failure for Arteta.
Well, he's never going to have a list of opponents this week. He needs to capitalize on a weaker league this season.
It's not a weaker league, but for me, he needs to capitalize on it. But in the same time, like, Liverpool on paper are better than Arsenal. On paper, Liverpool are better than Arsenal. On paper. With the amount of players and the starting 11, bar an injury and a major injury for Liverpool, on paper, Liverpool should be winning the league, right? Nobody can tell me that Arsenal, because they have been with the manager for long, like they have a new DM, they have a new striker, they have a new left winger if Eddie plays there, so they kind of have a lot. By the way, Calafiori hasn't played a lot at left back. It was Maslow Skelly that ended the season, so they kind of have like about 3-4 players that are new. But in the same time, it is every game week, it goes into a 50-50. But I can't with a full mouth sit here and tell you that, listen, Arsenal are better than Liverpool until I actually see a run of games where Arsenal win, and Liverpool lose. Currently, the performances of Arsenal are better, more consistent, they're more steady. Liverpool are like up and down. Liverpool like play in one game, they look like the world beaters in one game for like 20-30 minutes. And then they look like shit for 30 minutes. Arsenal don't do that. Arsenal very steady. It's more controlled football from Arsenal. You know what I mean? So I look at it and I'm thinking, they're not favorites to win the league. It is impossible to actually say that. It is impossible to say this, to be honest with you. It's not actually. I don't think that they can sit here and say that Arsenal can win the league. However, in the same time, I actually gotta be honest about where do Liverpool stand with the new players? Are they gonna be able to gel? Are Liverpool gonna be able to actually do the things the right way? You know, I don't know. Like, is Wirtz gonna gel? Is Salah gonna do this? However, for Arsenal, if you look at their team, I don't think currently they have any holes in their team. In terms of like everybody had a backup for their position, including the left winger. Are they up to the quality? Like, are you going to tell me that up to the quality on the left winger, Eze, Trossard, Martinelli? It's hard. It is hard to say that. I can't say, do Arsenal have a better chance of winning the Champions League or the Premier League? I can say that Arsenal have a bigger chance of winning the Champions League than the Premier League, but in the same time, I have to look at what the body of work that Mikel Arteta did, right? And I gotta say that they should have an a bigger chance to win the league than the Champions League, without a shadow of a doubt. It is hard for me to sit here and say that a team that has never won the Champions League is favorites. Like basically, I'll put even in the Champions League Liverpool ahead of them. If I'm completely honest with you all. I'm completely honest. I put Liverpool ahead of them. I don't know about you, Anthony, but guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? We don't have enough likes on this chat, so can we get the likes up? Hit the likes up, people. It is very important.
I would sort of agree. So I was listening to you. Like they just need a major trophy ASAP. The fact of the matter is they haven't won the FA Cup in like what 9 years now or something like that. So
not enough. It's not enough.
It's nowhere near enough. They need a major trophy right now.
Champs or the Prem. Champs or the Prem.
Exactly right. Well, in a world where fans are just frustrated, fickle, impatient, they're just they need something. They need something very, very big. My last question to you was Gyökeres. How you think he ends up as top goal scorer this season in the Prem?
0% chance.
0% chance. You don't rate him?
He's good, but 0% chance.
Fair enough.
If they have Erling Haaland in that league, and they don't, because I watch all the Man City games as well. Erling Haaland is not only that he's a goal scorer now, the guy has improved his link-up play. Like Thuram did. You see Thuram this season with Inter? Did you see how Thuram's passes are more crisp? His touches, his first touches, his turns are more crisp than last season. Especially the 6 games that we played. 7, actually, including the Champions League. Erling Haaland has improved his touch, dribbling, carrying with the ball, first touch, link-up play, passes, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I actually forgot that Erling Haaland is 24.
Yeah.
That he has room to improve. I thought that was a finished article. Now,
by strikers' years, he hasn't even hit his peak yet.
Exactly. It's scary if this guy like improves massively. You know what I mean? Yeah, Nafisa.
Let's stay on City instead of going somewhere else. Oh, wow. That's really, really awesome, man. Thank you very much to Nafisa.
Nafisa, thank you, Habib. Thank you, my sister, for the donation and support. If you don't know, Nafisa, what is this channel? This is where the first time I showed my face in front of a camera, actually. It's this channel, Nafisa.
Where is Nafisa from? Do you know?
Yeah. Somalian American that supports Arsenal, diehard Arsenal fan.
Thank you so much. I feel blessed to receive that. We don't do many donations here, so I really, really appreciate that, Nafisa. Let's stay on City for a second. Guardiola had to change something. I think they signed pretty well, but not at the level that their previous football heritage would carry over. We've got 55 people here right now. Like the video, subscribe, and let me know if you are new, such as Nafisa. I mean, I'm a big fan of Tijani Reinders. Still struggling to adapt a little bit.
I know
but
you like him as much, but
he's going to be a weapon. He's a weapon.
Yeah, but people were talking about Tijani Reinders as one of the best midfielders in the world, and I'm like, he played in a dead Milan team that is okay. He's good, but he's not yet. And also, he's not young. If I'm not mistaken, he's 27.
27, yeah.
He's not young. Like he's good. I like Tijani Reinders. I think he's a very, very good player. But I think that people thought that they're signing the next Kevin De Bruyne, something like this,
No, anybody that thought that was just an absolute moron.
He's good carrying with the ball. He's just talented and everything. But again,
I'd be a little bit concerned about the fact that they couldn't go to Monaco and get 3 points yesterday in Europe. Monaco are not good this season. Yeah, this isn't the same Monaco that was building and looking good 2 seasons ago. Monaco that was looking quite good last season in Ligue 1 and was supposed to trouble Inter on the last day of the Champions League. Nah. They've lost 2 games already in Ligue 1 this season. Yeah, they're 12 points, but their transfer strategy took a downhill dip. Any club that thinks they can sign Paul Pogba is just absolutely nuts anyway. He hasn't played minutes. They relied on an Eric Dyer penalty yesterday to get them the 2-2 draw at home. But any points against City is good points from a Monaco perspective. Long story short, City should have beat Monaco yesterday. They should have slapped them up. Erling Haaland did his job and scored 2 goals, but they couldn't win, and they weren't that good. And a lot of people who are watching them in the Premier League this season are going, well, they've dropped 3 games out of 6 in England. They're just not that good in general. So how are you seeing Man City this season? Realistically, do they need to put their hand up and go, we are not title contenders, or are
they
just
are
waiting,
title contenders?
or are they just waiting to decide to play football again like they do every season?
They are title contenders. They are title contenders. But in the same time, I don't think they have the means to win the title. Unless Pep Guardiola, which is the genius of football, changes things. Listen, I've seen this movie many times. Pep Guardiola comes in the second half of the season, and then what?
He's one of my students, bro. He's very funny, and he got you to stop talking and focus on that. So he's accomplished his job very well, like he always did in the classroom. What's up, Isaac?
Like Manchester City.
He got you. I've dealt with some very funny students, bro, and that was this kid's specialty. Very good.
Yeah. Man City are a team that is always going to be up there because of Pep Guardiola. Like many seasons, we said they're not going to be title contenders, they're not going to win the title, and he turns the screws the second half of the season. However, do I think they have the actual tools to actually turn it on? I don't think so. Like for me, I don't think
if it's not going to be
it's
Haaland,
not only Haaland. It's like the midfield, Foden, can he continue to actually create? The defense is wide open. Rodri's come back from an ACL injury. He's going to be in and out. I feel this season is going to be in and out for him. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, bro, maybe you need to I think they're going to be third, to be honest. I actually said that they might be fourth, but I think they're going to be third. Right? I think they're going to be third. They're not going to be second or first. However, I actually have this, it might be a feeling that if Arsenal don't win the title and they're away from Liverpool, they're going to throw it away. They're going to focus on the champs. But I don't see that happening.
My last question for you on City. What did you make of the Gianluigi Donnarumma signing at goalkeeper? And do you think this is good for Donnarumma's career as well?
It's very good for Donnarumma's career, of course. I don't care about him. I don't think he's a top goalkeeper, as people think he is. I think he's good, but I don't think he's top.
He's a world-class shot stopper because of his frame. That's all it is. You'd love him in a penalty shootout.
Yes, but even the people that Donnarumma used to let goals that are easy at me in Paris Saint-Germain, just makes mistakes. People, the ball will go under his arm. He dives late to the ground because he's big. He's good, but again, I don't think he's like Courtois or Alisson. You know what I mean? He's not.
No one's Alisson.
Courtois or Alisson or Neuer or people like this. These elite goalkeepers. I don't think he's actually David Raya's level even. David Raya, the Arsenal keeper. I don't think he's that level even.
Yeah,
David Raya. The reason why, because David Raya's ball playing ability is elite. You remember Onana when he was with us, where teams have to adapt to a goalkeeper that can be an outfield player.
Oh yeah, when we had Onana in peak form at Inter, we were playing 12 versus 10 or 12 versus 11, whichever way you want to play.
David Raya on the ball. He literally pushes the two center backs out and plays in the center, outside the 18, passes the ball around to draw players out. That's how good he is on the ball. Yeah. Onana for us. 12 man, an extra man on the pitch. When you have the ball, you have an extra man on the pitch.
I wonder how he's going at Trabzonspor. I'll have to look that up afterwards. Let's move towards the clown show. I don't know what to say, man. There's no way to fix it.
To say other than the club is finished currently.
Oh, 100%.
I think they need Antonio Conte. And I don't know how many times.
Antonio Conte, but that would only be a temporary fix.
Yeah, 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt, it's a temporary fix.
But still, man, fuck yeah. Now, there is no amount of money you can throw at anything in the world to fix this operation, man.
I thought, okay, let me just do it on a FIFA Super Chat.
It can't just be the players, man, over and over again, but it can't just be every manager over and over again.
Let's respond to Nafisa before we actually move to Man United. Thank you, Nafisa, for donating and supporting. City going to be third. We expected more from Chelsea. Yes, Nafisa, you're spot on. You're spot on. What we expected from Chelsea is what Man City are doing. You're winning games, and Chelsea are not doing it. It's exactly what you're saying. And I expected way more from Chelsea, to be honest, Nafisa. Thank you. Appreciate you, sis.
Yeah.
Rolo's been here. For Man United,
Thank
Anthony, I'm telling you something. I thought that making a new blood in the team, and I told this to Terry on the football terrace. Remember, I need to get you there as well.
Yeah.
Doing that, and I thought new blood will change the culture. And apparently, it's not. It's infestation that needs way more bigger dealings than what is going on. Like Man United literally changed. Now, for Ahmad Diallo, they have new wing backs, new center backs, right? In Euro, new striker, new two people behind the striker, and still new goalkeeper, and still the same problem.
Yep.
I'm telling you what. You remember the Inter 2014, 15, 16?
I am very familiar with it, yes.
It had nothing to do with if he signed the best player in Porto and Guarin. It didn't matter. Whoever comes to Inter gets worse. It didn't matter. You know what I mean? You get worse. You're like, you remember that time. It's like, we can throw all the money in the world into Nyangolan, into like, it doesn't matter who we fucking sign. It takes them some months and then they get worse. That's it. That was that. But I don't think we were ever this bad, actually, by the way.
Well, we were never not in respective to expectations. We didn't go and splash 200 million in a market and then lose 3-1 to a side like Brentford and sit 14th in the league in a season after we sit 15th in the league. And unbelievable. Like they've got Sunderland this week at Old Trafford. Unless they're
confident of the win. Like it's unbelievable.
They beat them by 3 or 4 goals. No one's going to walk out of there with a shred of confidence. Is Ruben Amorim a dead man walking, bro? But even if he leaves, even if he gets sacked, who are they going to replace him with? You can't just go for an up-and-coming manager. You can't just go for something else. You need to get someone like Conte, like Nafis is saying, and thank you so much for your generosity. I feel unworthy of it, but bless you. I don't understand who Manchester United can get that could fix this. As you said, the infestation looks bigger.
I'm telling you, you need a manager that will change the culture short time. Like,
bro, Mourinho couldn't even do that, and he was still.
But Mourinho's not that. Mourinho's a complainer. Conte is not a complainer, especially in his first year.
Come on, Conte's not in his first year.
Not in his first year. Remember when he came to Inter the first year?
Correct, because Antonio Conte will only sign for a club where he knows he has a guarantee for his first season at least. He's not putting pen to paper.
Yes.
The guy literally gave his word to Juventus. Took a phone call with them. They said, oh, we're changing this term to that. He was like, yeah, no worries. You can change the terms of the flight as well. I'm not even getting on the flight to Turin now. I'll just call IDL.
So that's what I meant. I meant that Antonio Conte could have joined Man United this first season and work with the likes of Buemo, Cunha, Sesko, you know what I mean? And then you take it from there. That is what I think. Oh my God. Twisted Baba, this is big for Man United. And I agree. If Antonio Conte, if Glasner leaves Man United, if leaves Crystal Palace to go Man United, it's a suicide job.
He's finished. He will get sucked into the Bermuda Triangle of mediocrity that comes.
Your career is over. Now, your career is fucked. Your career is finished, bro. Because 90% might not work. 90% it might not work for you at Man United. So it's impossible. Like I'm just saying that I genuinely think that Man United need a big manager, a big personality. You should have went for Thomas Tuchel before he got the England job, in my opinion.
It needs to be a high-profile name that has won something big that comes into the club next. It doesn't matter how they are viewed. It doesn't matter how they are seen, what their social connections are. We need more than this because a squad that has players like Ahmad, like Kobe, like Casemiro needs to be doing better, like Mbuemo, like Cunha, like Sesko, like Yoro, like Dorgu, like Xerxes. These players need to be doing better than this. It's not right. But yeah, I hate Manchester United and I hate Bruno Fernandes, and that's pretty much where I'll end it.
Long may it continue, but fine.
Long may it continue for everybody but us. Last big focus club we'll talk about, and then we'll just look at some fixtures and some expectations before we move into some Inter stuff as well. How long do I have you for, bro? Another 20 minutes at least?
No, just take your time. I'm okay.
Beautiful.
Inshallah, Nafisa. Inshallah.
It's like a mixed bag of fruit on sale at the market, and like you don't know what you're gonna get. You could get ripe mangoes, cherries, and plums, or you could get dried apricots and grapes and shit. I don't know what to say, bro. I thought Maresca would have at least had a little bit more consistent momentum, but now I don't know how the hell they won that Club World Cup. But that's in Chelsea's DNA to go to a random tournament where they're not nowhere near favourites and just go, yeah, we'll pick up this trophy and go home with it as well. How does Chelsea Football Club establish themselves as Chelsea Football Club, Mo? Because I don't recognize anything about this club besides the badge on the chest. There's actually a running joke between me and a couple of my mates going, should we check the Chelsea squad today and see how many players that we recognize?
To be honest with you, it's all about the club model is FFP. I told you that before. Flip for profit. So they buy players and someone, you know, when you flip the houses, that's what they do, to be honest. They have a very good team with Kukurea, with Reece James, with Colwell, who's injured now. They need a center back as well. However, Palmer, Enzo Fernandez, and Caicedo, they're good. But again, the money that they spent, they could have done so much better than what they are now. Like
to their credit, they're exceptionally good sellers. They're one of the better sellers in Europe. They get, you know, class A cash for trash.
Yeah, they do. But that's, to be honest with you, but if you're a Chelsea fan, you don't get paid. Okay, if Chelsea's still great, do Chelsea fans get paid for this? Do they pay dividends to the Chelsea fans? They don't. They don't pay any dividends to them. So for me, I am genuinely thinking that Chelsea needs to actually start signing like establishment. Even Enzo Maresca, by the way, was a gamble. He could have gone for the established managers. Enzo Maresca had 1 year. He could have gone for the established manager. You know what I mean? That is what he gone for, but they didn't. They literally didn't. So I'm.
What do you make of the red card situation? A lot of the fans pissed off at João Pedro. He needs to pick up his form. Obviously,
it was unfortunate. That second yellow was unfortunate. In the Champions League was unfortunate. Chalobah was unfortunate as well.
So late in the game, like just let the clock run down.
Yeah. He's like kind of got excited.
I'm talking from the referee's perspective. He could have just let that run.
I know, but I'm telling you, like Chelsea. The problem with Chelsea is that they are not under massive pressure now, but I think it can get worse. I don't think people are realizing it can get worse. If they are out of the top 5 or something, people are gonna throw tantrums, big tantrums. You know what I mean? Maresca changes stuff. That's working. I don't know. Okay, so here's the problem, Nafisa, and I'm telling you, Maresca wanted to go back to his original plans, which is invert the fullback, do this, do that, occupy the midfield half position. But that didn't work mid-season last season. But he wanted to go back to that. And every time he overlaps the fullbacks, Chelsea play good and score goals and create chances. But then they go back to the problem. And I don't think he has the experience. He panicked in the Man United game. He fucking panicked. He shot his bed. 4 minutes in, you make 2 subs, you take out your both wingers, you play 5 at the back. Why are you playing 5 at the back? Why couldn't you continue 4-4-1 or 4-3-2, whatever? You didn't have to go 5 at the back. If you wanted to play 5 at the back, you could have started the game 5 at the back and just went from there. But the fact that he went to 5 at the back, that means he doesn't know what is his best formation. So it doesn't work because he's stubborn as well. He's stubborn. And I think because he wants to show the board that he wanted certain players and he didn't get the players.
Yeah, but every Chelsea manager that comes in has this problem because they have this problem. They don't ask for certain players and they're being made to rotate pieces of furniture that they didn't buy for their living room. So, oh well, long may that continue as well. Let's have a look at this week's fixtures. I want to get some predictions out of Mo, and then let's move into talking about Inter to finish off this show because I know that Mo has a lot to say as well. He's home. We welcome him back home, and he deserves his venting space here. I will not be waking up to watch Bournemouth and Fulham, but I'll probably wake up halfway through that match. So I will. Bournemouth and Fulham tomorrow, 5 a.m. 5 a.m. Sydney time, Saturday. Leeds play Tottenham. 9:30 Saturday night. So that'll be nice if I'm home early to watch Leeds and Tottenham. Unfortunately, I'll be awake to watch Manchester United drop points to Sunderland. My betting account might look a little bit better after that game if I gear Man United to drop some points. Arsenal take on West Ham at the same time. That's a very entertaining midnight for me. I hope Inter aren't playing anywhere near that time so I can just focus on watching the Premier League in peace. Mo, can you check what time Inter play Cremonese this week for me, please?
Same time as Liverpool. Same time as Liverpool and Chelsea. Chelsea.
Same time as Liverpool, Chelsea. Shit. That's an all-nighter then. That's an all-nighter. That's okay. That's a very entertaining night. Lucky I'm on holidays. That's good. So Man United at midnight, same as Arsenal. That'll be very entertaining. One on the screen, one on the laptop. Chelsea, Liverpool at 3:30 a.m. Same time around as the Inter game. Everton and Crystal Palace at the next day. Newcastle, Nottingham Forest. Wolves, Brighton. Villa, Burnley. Brentford City. What's your
next
take on the
day is dead.
Say it.
The
Say
next
it again.
Sunday is dead.
The next Sunday is a dead one.
It's dead. It's dead. It's Monday for you. It's dead. It's dead. Dead football.
Oh yeah. That's the death. That's the execution. That's the lamb to the slaughter fixture.
Like this is like Man United play Brentford and that's about it. Newcastle play. No. I mean that Sunday, that Monday is dead. The Sunday, after this is international break. It's 2 weeks of international
Oh, sorry.
break.
I thought you said when you said dead, I thought you meant, this is our death sentence when we go to Anfield in the next to that. But no,
you will lose at Anfield, but that's for a different day. There's 3 weeks from now until Anfield.
Yeah. Man United, Sunderland. Do you think Amorim Scab a win?
I don't know. I have a feeling we'll lose that game.
Me too. I'm going 1-0 or 2-1 Sunderland. Probably 2-1. We'll miss a penalty as well again.
Yeah, I think Sunderland will win the game.
Yeah. Arsenal, West Ham.
I think Arsenal will smash West Ham like 3, but 2+ goal margins at least.
Yeah. Leeds, Tottenham. Tottenham are looking shit, man.
I don't know. They're not looking shit. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to be a draw, like a 2-2 or 1-1.
1-1 or 2-2. Chelsea, Liverpool. Big one.
I give Liverpool a 3-1 win.
Yeah, away at the Bridge. They need a win. They need a statement result.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a...
Everton, Palace.
Palace win.
Me too. Newcastle, Forest.
Newcastle win.
They did very well to go to Union in Belgium and beat them.
Actually, Crystal Palace, Everton 1-1.
1-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Wolves, Brentford, Brighton. City. Wolves, Brighton will win that.
I'm going to go for Brighton as well. I'm going to go for Villa to beat Burnley. I think Brentford might get a draw out of City.
I have a feeling it will be a draw. It will be 2-2.
Yeah, that would be good. We have 63 people on Inter Worldwide right now, which is awesome. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. And that's going to do us for the 43 minutes of Premier League talk. Thank you so much, Judge Mo. Let's change the settings
Thank you,
a little bit.
Nafisa, for all the donations. Look, may continue.
Thank you so much, Nafisa. You've really blessed my channel today, sister. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Let's change the settings. 3, 2, 1. It's all you, Mo. You're home. Welcome back. Left-hand side settings for you. Now, I'm happy to have you here because you're very much a seeing is believing person, style of play person. I want you to start off your venting space today by starting with the positives. Why do you think Kivu has had a good start so far? What are you liking about us on the pitch?
I doubted
the
him.
balance of age in squad, some youngsters coming back as well.
I doubted him. But every time I watch, we are the better team on the pitch. We're outplayed. So he's proving me wrong. I genuinely enjoy watching Inter every day. When I wake up and I want to watch football, I watch Inter. Hi, Rosemary, how are you doing? So for me, I'm looking at Inter and I'm like, I'm entertained. We need just to be tight at the back. We need to stop leaking goals. We need to focus 90 minutes. You know what I mean? I didn't want him at all because I'm right. I'm right. Yeah. He coached 20 games as a senior coach. Only 20 games as a serious coach. Someone said that we started well. Okay, you're turning into a very negative fan, Mattia. And
Nah, he was always there. He's just being more vocal these days.
I'm gonna tell you the difference, Mattia. Performances right? Results will catch up to your performances. You cannot sit here and tell me that our performances are not the best currently. Top in chances creation, top in crosses, top in touches in the opposition's box, top in everything. All we need to do is to stop fucking playing at Cherby one-on-one at the back with every single forward in Serie A. We just need to stop that. We need to stop pushing both our fullbacks and both our center backs up and leave Cherby to battle and fight and pull jerseys and pull shirts and pull shorts with the forward.
We are too old and slow to be running back. We are too old and slow to be running back the way that we do.
And by the way, Mattia, if you don't think we started well, after all of this, we're only 3 points from the top.
That's the thing,
haven't been unlucky, by the way. Haven't been unlucky in the Udinese and in the... We're very unlucky. By the way, you're not going to tell me that Zomer will have 2 of these performances in this season. Like, it's impossible.
I'll ask you a question, Mo. If you take the like I asked a couple of people last night on Zona Culture, and they agreed, not Inter fans, rival fans. I go, you take the context out of how we lost that final last season. Do you think it would be half as doom and gloom in the fan base at the moment? Let's say against Paris, we lose that final 2-0 in a game where we never looked like winning. But, you know, like Liverpool versus Tottenham 5 years ago. Let's say we lost the Champions League like that. I actually genuinely think
it would be much better.
I think the outlook would be very, very different. Rightfully so. We've taken that scar as a permanent one that you walk around and show your friends for the rest of your life. Like in 20 years, you go, hey, fuck, remember when I did that? That's the sort of scar that it left. So rightfully so. But be honest with me. You take the context of how we got wiped in that final out. Would the fans be looking at Kivul's start going, you know what, for someone who was thrust into a really shit situation, this isn't half bad for what's going on. There's a lot to look forward to.
I'm going to tell you something about that fun. I think I've never seen a club that the one game changes the fortune and how the world look at that club. Big up, Nafisa. Thank you, sis.
Such a lovely human being. Thank you so much. I hope to see you back on the channel. Please don't be donating all the time. Just come and say hi. Thank you so much, Nafisa.
So I genuinely think that I've never seen a team that has that effect from one game in the history of the sports like the final. People call the players rubbish. So they forgot that they won against Barcelona and they won against Bayern Munich and they were top of the league for the longest time. So the players are completely rubbish. And that's why I don't think so. I don't think the players are rubbish. I don't think the team is rubbish. I think the team is older. It's the same team that beat Arsenal subbing 6 starters out in the group stages. It's the same team that beat Barcelona. It's the same team that beat Bayern Munich. Losing... Wallahi, you don't want to know my opinion. I'm going to tell you my opinion off camera about the final and all the shit that happened in the final, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people know my opinion about that final. But anyway, this corruption that happened and these players sold the final and the manager sold the final and there is something going on under the table and something fucking happened that fucked up the whole club, to be honest. But anyway, that is different. What happened? All right.
Did you see that Roma missed 3 penalties this morning?
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah. 3 penalties. It's the same penalty 3 times.
What the? Anyway, sorry, I just got sidetracked by that. I thought I'd accidentally had the clip on loop. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah, people. Mattia saying people laughed at Inter. That's why I genuinely believe that we have to win something this season, and I genuinely believe we can win the league. Wallah al-Azim, I believe we can win the league. Watching Inter in these first 5 games, we can win the league. We're 1 player away from having the best team in the league. And by a country mile. By a country mile. You aren't telling me that if we have 1 defender instead of Acerbi or De Vrij in the center, we are everything that needed to be for this team. Right? Everything. Akanji. I'm eating my word. He's improving. Most statistics show that Serie A winners loses 4 games per season. At the most, we lost 2 by round 3. And yet we're only 3 points. So what does that say?
Could be a landscape of a season where some teams lose a little bit more. Look, I get where both of you are coming from. I'm on the fence. I'm slightly leaning towards more the fact that I don't think we will win this league. But at the same time, I don't expect us to make
a possibility. Mattia thinks there's 0% chance.
Hey man, how about I'm all for talking about hypotheticals, but let's say in February we go out of the Champions League in the round of 16 or in the quarterfinals, and we are anywhere -3 with a couple of months left. Of course, I'll put my hand up and go, okay, we're in a title race. We've only got 12 games left to play in our calendar year, and as long as we can win one more of them than our rivals, we can win the league. At this point, I'm just going to go by with what I've been burdened with in the past, and I fear that this Inter team could even make the same mistake it did last season. I don't think it will, because this is the best thing about Kivu. The best thing about Kivu is he has been there, done that in that jersey. Scudetto, 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 Champions League, in that order. It might have just been, no, it was 3. It was definitely 3. 07, 08, 08, 09, 09, 10. It was 3. 3 Scudetti and a Champions League title. He's done it in our jersey. He knows it's not Inzaghi. If Christian Kivu gets a sniff at the title, I have no doubt he will go to the core members of this team and everybody in between.
I will fucking throw the Champions League right away.
We're going for this league, guys. We're going for this league.
I will throw the fucking Champions League.
This is why I said we need to be half as hell-bent on winning the title this season as we were on the Champions League last season, and we could give it a crack. I'm not going to, people, I know I'm pessimistic, but I also can't sit here and be just blatantly wrong and go, oh, we can't stand the chance, because we do. We do. This Allegri with 38 games is going to be our biggest problem. The same way Conte with 38 games was our biggest problem. Yes, it will be a big problem. Allegri in 38 games will be a problem. And if you're going to sit there and arrogantly go, what are you talking about? You can go and sit with all those stupid people that last season for 30 weeks in a row laughed at me in every chat going, you're just a Conte lover. You're just a Conte lover. Ma stazzito,
no. Conte is different than Allegri. Conte is different than Allegri, no.
Bro, Allegri still won 5 Scudetti before. He knows how to win them more than any other manager besides Conte. If Milan are in the dogfight for it with 2-3 months left, they will be there. It all comes down who does not really fuck up the December, January, February period. That area is so delicate with your fixture rotation. Are you staying in competitions? Are you going out of competitions? Are you smart enough to piss off the Coppa Italia in the round of 16 if you have 3 back-to-back hard games after that?
No, I wouldn't do this.
Individual decisions about priorities will dictate seasons at many different
we have enough team and enough squad to absolutely go through in the Copas. Fucking play Boni and Esposito.
Well,
play Zielinski.
Boni's going to start against Cremonese, which is nice.
But that's not the whole point. Comes the Coppa Italias, play the second fiddle to play Besek, play Carlos Augusto half, DeMarco half, play De Vrij, play Acerbi. Like,
I agree.
With all due respect, comes January, you have that new guy that plays in the middle. What's his name? That I forgot about his name that they signed that he never want to play. No, the other guy.
Andy Doif.
Yeah, the guy that nobody can, like, apparently he's not in the plans. We just spend the money for no reason. We have 3 wing backs. We have 3 wing backs on the right. One of them can play on the left. Actually, 2 of them, Darmian and Enrique, can play both right and left.
Side question.
We have 5 strikers on the roster, not 4. We have 5. We can absolutely play a second fiddle team in the Copa.
I'm gauging fans' opinions on Enrique as well. Side question. Do you like him so far?
He's okay. He's all right. He's not. I don't think he's worth the money. There was like, I would have fucking kept Zwolecki instead of spending the money on this guy. Like,
yeah.
I think Zwolecki is like proving that he's. And also, like, you could have sold Zwolecki. Like, he's not old. You could have sold him next season instead of spending the money on Enrique. But I think Enrique is gonna come good.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
Like, I'm looking at us and I'm thinking, wallahi, there is a chance. And also, there is one more thing, guys, you don't understand, and people. De Laurentiis will put pressure on Antonio Conte to go a little bit further in the champs, and it's not only 6 games; it's 8 games. Then the round is 16, right? Because they're gonna have an extra game. Because I believe we'll finish in the top 8. I don't believe Antonio Conte will finish in the top 8. Know what I mean?
Of the Champions League, of Europe, yeah.
So he's going to have extra 2 games on us.
Yeah.
In the round of 32 or whatever.
I welcome his tears. And he will cry about it. But that's where we need
because
to
of the money. Because De Laurentiis spent money. Sorry, Anthony. De Laurentiis spent money. He's going to want to recoup that money. And that recoup that money is not by winning Serie A. It's by every extra game you win in the Champions League is money. So he's gonna ask Antonio Conte, can we go further in the Champions? Can you get me to a quarter final at least?
Yeah.
Like, and so they're gonna have to go. And we know Antonio Conte got 2 competitions, midweek games. He's fucking struggles.
Big time. And that's where I'm hoping that we can be the bigger team in that situation, the boys in the locker room, and go, look, we're going to also have a tough couple of months coming up, but we did it. We did it last season. And, you know, we got as far as we could have possibly gone. We did the hard work last season. Maybe we're primed in a good position to manage it a little bit better than Napoli would be in terms of rotation.
Yeah, if it wasn't for the bitch Inzaghi, who would have won at least the league. He's just a bitch. He wasn't focused with the team, bro.
As a lot of time that goes on, yes, I'm shifting a lot of my blame.
He's a bitch, bro. He's a bitch. The guy is a bitch.
Him and that group of players for not being able to get the league over the line.
Forget the group of players in the final, right?
I can't forget the group of players.
In the league, Inzaghi could have managed games better, and we could have fucking won the league by actually 5 points. We were 5 points ahead of fucking Napoli when he started fucking up starting lineups. He injured Lautaro by overplaying him, right? You could have played other players as well. Used the subs wrong. The lineups were wrong. You fucked up. 5 points ahead of Napoli that were sweating at that time, and he fucked up. And we had to catch up to them. And he handed us the Scudetto, and we threw it away again. It's Inzaghi. That fucker. I wish nothing but failure for this guy. I wish him nothing but the worst in his football career, of course. I want him to fail so much in his football career that I want him to walk in shame every time he steps a foot in Italy. I want people to mock him every time he walks the streets of Italy. Inzaghi. I wish nothing but bad for this guy in terms of football. Nothing but bad for him.
I'm sure he's suffering on a competitive professional level over there, but I'm sure he's suffering by wiping his tears away with crown jewels. So anyway, who cares? I don't want to talk about it for too much longer. What are your thoughts on Juve and Tudor? They don't look good. So if you've got some shades,
they're all right.
Place for it.
They're all right. I don't think they're going to win the league, but I think the problem is we cannot get dragged into a top 4 competition with Juventus and Roma. We can't. If that happens, it's a disaster. Because if 1 year we don't make Champions League, we're fucked. We're screwed. We're completely done. We're done out here. We're done. So we need to guarantee making Champions League football next season, right? I think we can compete for the league. But Juventus, they're always going to be there. However, there's Champions League. They have a good defense. Their defense is not the worst.
I think it's awful. I think it's the worst Juventus defense I've seen in my 33 years on this planet. Gatti, Kalulu, and... Oh, yeah, you're counting Bremer. You're counting Bremer.
Yeah, with Bremer being back, it provides the physicality and the quickness. And with Bremer being back,
he's asked to do so much. I hate saying stuff like this, but he's going to keep getting hurt.
I don't know if it's gonna. I don't count on injuries for players, but I think. But I don't think Tudor has the experience to lead them. But it is what it is, you know. But that guy, he's already injured, by the way. Bremer. I just looked at it. Kelly's all right. Kalulu's all right. Gatti, I'm not a biggest fan of big up Akil. I haven't seen you for ages, my friend. The thing about it, this guy Gatti is like he's trying so hard to be that rough Bonucci guy, but he's not that guy. Like you're fucking average. You're just fucking average. You know, he's fucking average footballer that likes. I hate these guys when he's like, you're an average footballer. You just like to look tough on the pitch to compensate for the lack of football ability. And I'm like, just stop it, bro. You're an average footballer.
25. He was working construction at 25 still. Like if you haven't been discovered by then, it's you got in the back door to the club. We've got 80 people here right now. Like the video, subscribe if you are new. I really, really appreciate it. I think that's pretty much it. We've been going for an hour. Mo, quick prediction for Cremonese.
I'm just gonna fucking smash the shit out of them.
I hope so. We better. We're
gonna smash the shit out of them, bro.
I hope it needs to be like a 3-0, 4-0 for me. Get some good rotation in there.
We're gonna smash them. I'm to promise you this. We're gonna smash them. We're on a 4-game winning streak. It's gonna continue. The problem is after we play back to back away. You know that, right?
Back to back away. Let's have a look.
You don't know. back to back away from
I
home.
didn't know all three of them were away. I know it's international break, so let's have a look. It's okay. Away to Roma, 3 days later away in Belgium, and then 4 days later away in Naples. Yeah, that's going to be a tough. That's going to be a tough 7 days, that period there. So
I'm
really
telling you something,
need
Anthony. If we navigate Roma and Napoli, we're gonna win the league.
If we what? If we beat Napoli?
If we navigate Roma and Napoli, if we get 6 points, we're winning the league.
6 points out of 6 would be a dream. 4 out of 6 would be nice as well.
Would be fantastic.
Yeah. Thuram is out for 1 month exactly, but at the same time, that's not the worst result because, like I said to Uncle Sharma yesterday, if he did not get injured slightly for us yesterday, he would have traveled with Les Bleus, he would have played for France, and he would have copped a knock that would have kept him out until December. So let's work on not rushing Thuram back. We do not have Joaquin Correa coming in to take his place. We do not have Marko Arnautovic coming in to take his place. We do not have Mehdi Taremi coming in to take his place. We have Bonnie and we have Pio, and I'm more than happy for them to navigate past Cremonese. And
finally,
Roma.
our subs are young. Finally, our subs are young, not old.
Yeah, they can run. They can run.
Yeah,
all right, Mo,
finally.
thanks for coming back home for a little bit, man. We hope to see you again soon.
Absolutely, my friend. Thank you so much, guys. Hit that like button, guys, if you're ready. Subscribe to the channel. If you're watching us on Twitter, follow Inter Worldwide, and absolutely just go and just come and support. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Big up everyone that supported the channel. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mattia, for moderating. Thank you, Nafisa. And thank you, Mo. Forza